In today's episode of the Hexagon Challenge, it's the biggest game of our time at Atletico Nacional, the Copa Libertadores final. We're taking on Palmeiras from Brazil. Can we make it 2 out of 6 Champions Leagues coming into the end of the 6th season? Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well. If you are new to the channel or are returning and have not done so already, then please do hit that subscribe button and also turn that notification bell on so you guys are informed anytime a new video does drop on the channel. So we have finally got to this Copa Libertadores final. I say finally, that's a bit of a stretch. We'll just have a quick look at results. We'll probably cover these off more tomorrow because since yesterday's game, which was the Copa Colombia final, they're all based around more Colombian stuff, more so the league, and we've gone into the semi-final group stage. We didn't know how many games we'd have between the end of the actual season and this final. When we finished last episode, we've had 2, and we've been on a good winning run since then, but we'll probably cover the results off more so in tomorrow's episode, where we're going to wrap up the season and hopefully play a final. We are in a good position, I will say that. Of course, we came out and thrashed Deportivo Cali 6-2 in a game since the final, and we put out a fully rotated team that day. So that's frustrating after yesterday's episode, but it'll do. And our full-strength squad have picked up wins over Independiente Medellin. That one meant that they didn't actually make the second phase final, so that's put Alvaro's job in jeopardy, so that's quite nice. And we also beat Independiente Santa Fe. 2 wins from our first 2 games in the group stage. We're in a really good position to make the final, especially because we haven't been taking it too seriously yet, and after this final we can do that. But we're going to get straight into this Copa Libertadores final. If we look at our run going into it, it's been a really good tournament for us. Of course, we had to start in the second qualifying round, breezed past Blooming, then the same against Union La Calera. We drew our first group game against Municipal, but since then we've been on a very good run, unbeaten for the most part. We went for our group unbeaten, beating River Plate twice, including that 5-2 win at today's venue. We are playing at River Plate Stadium, so we do have experience there. Good wins, pretty comfortable in the second and quarter finals, and then we had to come from behind against Flamengo. That was a big result just 2 episodes ago. We're taking on Palmeiras, a team who aren't doing as well as Flamengo, so in theory we should maybe be winning this. You can see in the league they're nearly 30 points behind them, albeit with a game in hand. Season preview wise, I think we've brought this up a few times now. Again, not as strong as Flamengo, so it's not a bad draw for us. We will get into the team news and the match coverage shortly. Okay, here is the TV coverage. We have changed our front 3. We've brought Mosquera onto the right and put Oscar back out onto the left. Gutierrez up front. Just the last couple of games, it hasn't quite clicked with that. Gutierrez on the right with Wormsley on the left, and we had Oscar up front, so we've put people into more natural positions. Otherwise, it's the team you would expect. Williams Duran not quite fit. He's very close, but we'll save him for the rest of the league semi-final group stage games and hopefully a final. And Palmeiras are in the white. We're in our dark green. We are playing left to right. We've had a good start there, pinching a ball and winning a free kick inside the first minute. Nothing coming from it though. Try and do a full commentary of today's game because it is a massive one. We'll see how we get on though. I have a little bit of a sniffle, so we'll see how we get on now. Perez with the ball in the 4th minute. Him and Boyer with a 1-2. Back to Plaza. Would be an absolute curve if we can pull off a win in this tournament this early on. Mosquera with an early shot. Was trying to beat the keeper near post, but it's hit the side netting. Small chance, but an early shot, which is not a bad thing to have, although now Palmeiras, the Brazilian team, with the ball and they're deep in our half. A good tackle there from Perez, although he hasn't won the ball. Now Enrique puts a ball in Cerner with a good clearance, and he does find Gutierrez, and he might have the pace to get past these defenders here. He holds it up. Here's a long shot, which is an interesting option. Straight at Marcelo Pitalaga. And he clears it deep. No, Wesley beats Perez to the ball there, although Gutierrez having a good game at the moment, proving himself to be a real nuisance in that pressing forward role. A big old cross there. It's cut out. Zulu will again find Gutierrez with the header, and he might be able to get past his defender. He does this time. His first shot is blocked. It will go out for a corner. It looks like we're starting this game off nicely, which is good to see after the disappointment of yesterday's episode where we missed out on penalties in the Colombian Cup final. A header by Serna straight at Pitaluga in goal, and it remains 0 after 8 minutes. But yeah, hopefully that's the competition that we don't win, the Copa Colombia, in exchange for getting this one. As I said, it would be really nice to get a competition as big as the Copa Libertadores in our 6th season and in our 2nd continental final, having of course already done the job in the Oceania Champions League 2 seasons ago with Hamilton Wanderers. But it is Palmeiras off the ball here. Wesley cutting inside, its shot's blocked, a tackle from Perez there. I tell you what, if that was my team, I'd be a bit filthy it wasn't a penalty, but we've got away with it, thankfully. Now try and find, I think it was Walmsley on that left-hand side. I might be getting that wrong, but either way, Perez cuts it out, and it is still 0-0 after 25 minutes. And Palmeiras do have the ball deep in their half, though. Neto. This Palmeiras team probably still stronger than ours, or they find Wesley. That's the player. Great save from Lara. That's the best chance of the game so far, you'd have to say, and we keep it out. Wesley, Shaun, I'll get that right from now on, hopefully, as they put the ball in from the corner here. It's cleared out, and Gutierrez is off here. He's sized up his defender. He might have the pace to get past him. No, he doesn't. His first shot blocked, second in the back of the net, and we are 1-0 up in the Copa Libertadores final. Just what we were after 25 minutes. A bit lucky. We had a penalty that might have been against us. It was not given by the referee, so no chance of VAR to intervene. And then Gutierrez, off a corner clearance, his first shot blocked. It's fallen to him again, and the goalkeeper's just rooted to the spot. He's banged that into the top corner. We'll praise the boys for that. We are 1-0 up. It feels like we've had the better of this game so far, so it feels like we somewhat deserve it, but Palmeiras probably with the better chances than us. We'll see how we get on with 10 minutes to go in the rest of this first half, and we now have another highlight. Guzman. He puts one into Gutierrez off a long throw. And Hell going just outside the box. Boyer. Good spell of possession. This is Zulu with a header. Oscar. Zulu in the back of the net, and it's 2-0. What a start from our boys today. As I said, I'll trade the Copa Colombia for the Copa Libertadores if we can play like this. This is a great start in a game that we are considered quite strong outsiders for. We are making these guys look, I'm not sure if I'd say second rate, but we're certainly looking the better team. Oscar with a shot, it deflected, and Zulu has just headed that into the bottom right corner, and we're 2-0 up heading into half time. This is very good. I wasn't expecting this, but I'll take it. Now, Boyer with a corner. If we can make it free before the half, that would be brilliant. It's headed back out to Boyer. Now it's Plaza. And can we make it 3-0 before halftime? Even just keeping 2-0, I'll be happy with. Zulu plays Oscar in, but his shot a bit weak. Although he did somewhat assist that last goal, so we can't be too mad at the boys for not scoring from chances like that, as we have a long throw that has unfortunately gone straight to a Palmeiras player. They will try and get a goal before half-time here. It's still quite early in this game, but 2-0 at half-time is hardly ideal if you're a Palmeiras fan. They get it out to Wesley on Lica. Back to Pereira, a player who is supposed to be one of the better ones in this game. Vinicius back to Wesley. They play it back, or they try to, and Gutierrez has pinched that off Pereira. Now he's in here. Can he put it away? No, it's a good save from Pitaluga, albeit the shot was probably at a comfortable height and of comfortable strength for him. But that is a wonderful first half from Atletico Nacional. 2-0. And we've dominated that half. I think it's fair to say a really good performance from the lads. And we will go into the second half with our tails up, definitely. And can we actually win this? I'm very pleased with the performance. I'll tell the boys, and we'll get straight into the second half. No need to make changes yet. We'll see if anyone gets on a red heart, or maybe even picks up yellow cards. That would be something that would frustrate us. We give the ball away early in the second half. Not ideal, although Perez is able to pinch it back. And the highlight ends, so it's still 2-0 with 40 minutes to go. And can we hold on? This would be a great result. Boyer with a corner. Puts it in. Mosquera Zulu. It's in the box. We flick it all the way back out to Boyer. And Hull. Back to Plaza. Here's a shot. It's blocked but falls to Angel. We keep possession, but now Wesley gets on the end of it. Trying to find Enrique. The highlight ends and we can keep this 2-0 lead. Just debating how long it will be until we tell these boys to just slow things down ever so slightly. A third goal and we might think about doing that. Still want to respect this team. Oh, that was a bit lucky. We let the ball bounce in the box there. Although we have got the clearance out to Mosquera, and this is a wonderful chance. He tries to find one of our teammates though, and unfortunately it's fallen straight to a Palmeiras player, and Barreiro is on the counter-attack. Now Leonardo Gomez. He tries to put a ball, and he does. It's fallen to Wesley's. A shot blocked. Enrique, another shot blocked. Good to see our defence putting in a good shift. Zulu is on a red heart. But we'll praise the boys. We've got half an hour to go, and I think we will make that change. Zulu with a red heart we will make. We'll take him off. He's such a good player. If we hold on for this, we only have a few more games left with him, and he's such a player for the future. He's a player I'm definitely have to keep an eye on. Just seeing who fits better with tactical familiarity here, and I think it's Buitrago, so he will come on for Zulu. And with 25 minutes to go, we have still got a 2-0 lead. Palmeiras will need to strike soon. Andreas to Enrique. A tackle on Enrique from Mosquera. It's left him laying, but the referee hasn't stopped play. This is a bit controversial and picked the ball up. Okay, Hector Boyer. He plays Gutierrez in, and he buries it. It's 3-0. Oh, that's a bit controversial, isn't it? Good tackle from Mosquera, I suppose. Unfortunately, left a player laying. Palmeiras probably won't be too happy with that, and I imagine their manager might not be either. But I mean, if they only score one goal in the rest of the game, I suppose it doesn't really make much difference. But we're 3-0 up in the Copa Libertadores final. I think we're going to do it, everyone. I think we're winning this. We've only had 2 finals in continental competitions, and we might win them both at this rate. This is very good stuff. And Mosquera now on a red heart after helping set up that goal. Now, Duran is injured, so we better not bring him on. The way this game is going, we can save him for the Colombian second phase league final. We will bring Ramos on and put Gutierrez out to the right wing. Not an ideal switch, but we're in a pretty nice position, so we just want fresh legs on the pitch. We'll do that change, and we are in the last 20 minutes. And now Oscar is knackered. We can bring Walmsley off the bench for him, though, which is very nice. A player who is actually rated higher than Oscar, and stat-wise is probably a bit better as well. Just felt that Oscar, with the season he's got like about 40 goals. We better give him a chance, and we will slow the tempo down, shorter passing, time waste, and be a bit more disciplined to really hold on to this. It is looking very good as we get into the last 20 minutes. 7 shots on target to 1. That's been the big difference today. We have been a lot more clinical than we have been in a few of our recent games anyway. Definitely that Copa Colombia final yesterday, and now Vinicius, they try and peg one back, which might get the nerves going a bit. Barreiro with a shot, and it's straight at Lara. Maybe not straight at him, but he's able to hold on to it pretty comfortably. We'll just get Perez to ease off tackles here. We don't want to have a silly red card late in the game. And we have got just over 10 minutes to go, and we are holding on to a 3-0 lead in the Copa Libertadores final. Can we go from getting out of the second qualifying round to winning the thing? It's looking very, very likely, although Palmeiras have a corner, and Hell clears it out to Gomez. They might still have a chance if they're going to need to get back into the game. They've got to score quickly. Palazzo with a block, and then he trips over himself. They play a ball. I'm pretty sure that player was offside anyway, but Lara clings onto it. And we boot it long out to Gutierrez. He heads it forward. Won't find Ramos up top, but the ball is in the right end of the field, and Perez is going to get on the end of that clearance from the goalkeeper. So could we make it 4? That would be well and truly things wrapped up. Now Guzman from a Walmsley pass. Back to Walmsley. He's just sneaking into the box, puts the ball across. Buitrago with a header. Or if that's top left corner, it's definitely a goal, but it's wide. And it remains 3-0. Palazzo now has also got a yellow card. We'll get him to ease off tackle shortly. In fact, we'll do it now before this highlight starts. It's not going to make a difference for this next passage of play. But Pereira up to Puebla. They need to go quickly here. Palmeiras, time is running out for them. It's a long shot from Puebla. It's wide. It's looking very good. I think we can get the beers out. I think we can get We Are the Champions cranking, because it's looking very good as we get into the last minute. of regular time. It's a good effort there, and Perez off a Lara fingertip has been able to clear that off the line. It's not Palmeiras' day. I'm afraid if you're a Palmeiras fan, it looks like Atletico Nacional are going to win the Copa Libertadores for, I believe, the fourth time, the first time in 10 years in game anyway. The last time they won it was 2016. We are now in 2026. As we get into the last 20 seconds of game time, the party's about to start. I've got work in about an hour, so I can't party too much. But we can definitely enjoy the rest of our day now. Serna playing this out. We cannot find Gutierrez. Vinicius with the ball. He clears it. It's full time. And we have done it from the second qualifying round. In our first season at Atletico Nacional, we have won the Copa Libertadores. 2 out of the 6 Champions Leagues we have completed after only 6 seasons. And that is an absolute coup, doing it in our first season in charge of a top-tier South American team. Edgar with the trophy, we hand it over to him. We have the fireworks, and there are the light green and dark green confetti falling down from a massive blimp or something, I guess. There's no roof on the stadium, so no idea where that's coming from. But we have done the Copa Libertadores, and we've done it in a bit of a cakewalk in the end, in the final anyway, that Flamengo game. The toughest of our journey, you would have to say. But we've won it 3-0, and after tomorrow's episode, we'll be looking for a new job, I think, because as much as I really like this team, this is a great team for a couple of seasons in the future. If we could hold on to these players, we don't need to now. Like some of the likes of Serna, Zulu, the Palmeiras players didn't have a very good game, did they? But the likes of that midfield is young, Serna's young. This is a really young team. I'll put the save up tomorrow, so you guys, when we do that last episode, so you guys can play with it if you want. It's a very good sort of dynasty save, I reckon, set up for you guys here if you want to take it on. But as we do the press conference, we'll say that we're delighted about this. And there it is. We have got the treble here at Atletico Nacional, and we've got the chance to win 4 out of the 5 trophies. Obviously, the cup didn't happen for us, but as we look through the fans' tweets, this has been a heck of a season. What a season. And there is the confirmation in the inbox. We have done the treble with the Copa Libertadores in our first season, a 3-0 win. Just more shots, same position, but we were a lot more clinical than they were. And that was actually pretty comfortable. As we'll just check, we're celebrating the treble. Everything's coming out Millhouse. We're going to get $22 million. Oh, that would be so nice to spend. We already had $14 million guaranteed for our transfer budget next season. Now we don't need to worry about that, so that's a bit of a shame. This team is, seriously, if you're going to pick up one of my saves that I leave off in this series, this is the one to do it. I think this is big time dynasty sort of set up here, I think. Yeah, these guys look really up for it, as long as you don't have to sell the likes of Serna and Zulu and that. You guys are in for a really good time with this team. If you want to pick that save up, I will leave it down in the description tomorrow, where the Cucuta Deportivo one currently is. That is our 3rd Copa Libertadores. The board are very happy with me. I don't really care what the board think now, because I'm about to ditch you after the league season finishes. I've got some players that we need to rest. We'll manage that over the rest of these semi-final group stage phases. Gutierrez, 2 goals. I think he might be the number we end up getting, because he's in line for player of the season on a shirt that I'm going to have to try and get from Colombia. That's going to be interesting. See there, the River Plate manager is after Serna and Gutierrez. That's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Biggest overachievers. Yep, us. That's nice to see. Top goal scorer was Gutierrez. Most assists Duran, despite missing the last couple of games. What a season. We've had to pay out quite a few bonuses, but when you get 22 million, you can afford to do that. And that is it. We'll have a quick look at our profile before we wrap up today's episode, as well as what's going to be coming up. And a nice little bump for us there. We've gone up by a half star, still studying our Continental A license. So we've now got a 70% reputation. It's getting up. I think tomorrow we'll discuss what we're going to do next. Really, it's sort of world's our oyster at this point, I think, as long as it's a club with a reputation that is somewhere around that, which we're going to be at after tomorrow's episode, then we should be right. I suppose the one concern that we do have is we don't want to go down in reputation and harm our star rating there, because that could have an impact when we try and get into Europe, or whether that's actually a good time to try into Europe now. That's probably the one thing that this win in the Copa Libertadores has thrown open. I was thinking that this would be the second hardest to win, and then after that it's probably the UEFA Champions League. Now that might change my sort of order of attack on things. We'll just see what jobs come up, I suppose. But we'll have a look at that tomorrow after we wrap up the Colombian season. But we're in a very nice place after 6 seasons in charge. There's the confirmation, the Copa Libertadores this year with Atletico Nacional, and we go back to 2024 where we won the OFC Champions League. So we're a third of the way there. We're in a very nice place. So tomorrow's episode, say goodbye to the squad anyway. We'll do a rundown of that. We'll have the end of season review as well. And hopefully, with the position that we're in, having won our first 2 semi-final group games, I'll play through the rest of these, and we've got good gaps, so we should be able to play our first team in most of these games as well, which is going to be a very nice luxury to have in comparison to most recent league games we've had to play. But hopefully we'll be in a Colombian second phase final, and we can win 4 of the 5 trophies on offer to us this season. And as I said, we'll also do a squad rundown of how the squad looks and an end of season review, all that good stuff before we leave this job and have a look at where we might end up. But if you did enjoy today's episode, I hope you did. We have now completed 2/6 of the Hexagon challenge, then please do leave a thumbs up on today's video. Also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn that notification bell on. Until the next episode, which hopefully, as I said, is that Colombian second phase final, then enjoy the rest of your day. I will. Cheers.